News Talk 610 AM and 102.1 FM. KVNU.
5:05 now. I'm Will Feelright with your KVNU local headlines on this Thursday afternoon. Well, authorities have issued an arrest warrant for a Nigerian national who's accused of running an international corporate impersonation scheme that defrauded a Logan business out of nearly $246,000. Now, the suspect, who goes by the name of Olaniyi Omoyala, faces second-degree felony counts of communications fraud and unlawful use of technology to defraud. Now, the charges were filed against him by Cache County Attorney Dane Murray in Logan's 1st District Court. Now, police allege that Omoyala had used a grocery chain's branding to fraudulently place a bulk order on a delayed payment plan. Now, altogether, 6 truckloads of merchandise were shipped to a Bronx, New York storage facility before the Logan company uncovered the anomaly and suspended the final delivery. Now, digital forensics traced the scam to IP addresses in the Gambia, and the cryptocurrency account matched Omoyala's Nigerian identification card. Now, investigators say they also discovered personal selfies and passport copies inside his cloud storage accounts. Now, Omoyala, his current whereabouts remain unknown. Well, the Logan City Municipal Council voted unanimously Tuesday night to approve a 180-day moratorium on all new data center developments. Now, during a brief 9-minute meeting, the council passed the ordinance which temporarily blocks now the city from accepting, processing, or approving applications or permits for data centers and data center power plants. Now, city planner Russ Hawley stated that the suspension provides staff now necessary time to properly research the impacts of data centers and determine where they are appropriate. Now, the decision follows a separate 180-day moratorium that was recently enacted by the Cache County Council. Now, Logan residents Gail Hansen and Josh Molitor had spoke in favor of the ordinance as the only 2 participants during the public hearing portion of Tuesday's meeting. Now, Council Chair Mike Johnson announced a tentative open house-style public meeting that is scheduled for July 28th, where a further discussion on data center concerns with council members and city staff will be held. And finally, an update on some of the fires that are burning throughout the state. Fire officials say that containment of the Cottonwood fire has grown now to over 20%, as more than 1,000 first responders are continuing to battle the blaze in Beaver County. Now, local Sheriff Cody Black recalled the fire's extreme behavior over the last week, noting that at one point during the fire's peak, it was spreading at a rate of 14 acres per minute. Now, while the historic Tusher Lakeside Campground was hit, the damage across the canyon, though, remains unpredictable, leaving some homes untouched directly next to charred properties. Now, local officials reported severe losses, including the county's newly purchased Puffer Lake property, which Commissioner Pearson says has been ruled a total loss. Now, Public Information Officer Alyssa Mason stated the crews have secured, though, 33 miles of containment line around the 169-mile perimeter. Now, the firefighting effort is expected to continue into the 4th of July weekend. Well, we're going to continue to see hot and dry conditions over the next week, as temperatures today have been in the high 80s. Tonight will drop to around 52 with mostly clear skies this evening, then be back into the high 80s for tomorrow, 90s beginning on Saturday. And it looks like we're going to stay in the mid-90s heading into next week. And weather this hour is brought to you by Whole Tree Care. With over 30 years of experience, they can safely trim, shape, and remove trees and shrubs around your property. Call Whole Tree Care to get more information or just check out their website at wholetreecare.com. And KVNU News Time is now 5:09, and more of KVNU's For the People show with Jason Williams is coming up next.
Did you know you can cut your Rocky Mountain power bill by 40 to 50% without a single solar panel? With the new time of use rates, power is 4.5 times more expensive in the evening, but cheap during the day. At Greenbox Solar, we install smart home batteries that charge up when electricity is cheap, then power your home during peak hours. Solar is totally optional and can be added in the future, but savings are guaranteed. Drop by Greenbox Solar's showroom in South Logan to see the hardware for yourself. Visit our website at poweredbygreenbox.com.
Where news and talk comes first. News Talk KVNU, 610 AM and 102.1 FM.
Tired of the daily grind? There's an easier way to get around. Connect Transit takes the stress out of your commute. No gas, no parking, no hassle. Just a warm seat and a quiet ride. Connect Transit. This is how we roll. Visit rideconnectutah.gov.
As America celebrates 250 years of freedom, courage, and opportunity, we invite you to celebrate with your friends, your family, and your community. Join this radio station July 3rd and 4th at 10 p.m. for inspiring patriotic music and heartfelt messages as we provide the soundtrack to the fireworks from Logan's Willow Park and the celebrations in Hiram and Lewiston. It's a tribute to the country we love and the generations who've kept that American dream alive. Our thanks to these proud sponsors. Schreiber Foods. America is built by people who show up and make a difference. Join the employee owners at Schreiber Foods and build a career you're proud of. Go to schreiberfoods.com/careers. Daryl's Appliance, the place for new appliances. From everyday workhorses like Maytag and GE to high-end lines like Wolf and Sub-Zero. Daryl's Appliance, West on Airport Road. This July 3rd and 4th, 10 p.m. Gather under the stars, look toward the sky, and celebrate 250 years of America. A story we're still writing together. Happy birthday, America.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now.
Welcome back to KVNU's For the People. Hour 2 of today's show. 78 degrees here at the Radio Ranch at 5:11 in the afternoon. I'm Jason Williams. Thank you for tuning in. We have slightly breezy weather outside, but otherwise just feels like summer, right? We are 2 days into July, and the temperature is just perfect for this time of year. A little drier than we'd prefer it, considering the fireworks bans and concern over wildfire and things like that. But still, I'm officially in that summer headspace, and I'll be complaining about the temperatures in probably 10 days, 14 days. But right now, I'm kind of enjoying it. But with summer in mind, everyone knows about the Summer Citizens program. Everyone knows about Summer Citizens. We all know that there's a lot of entertainment and activity that happens here in Cache Valley that draws Summer Citizens from all over the southern portion of the United States, and even the southern portion of Utah, that come to Cache Valley because of its proximity to everywhere from Jackson Hole and Bear Lake to Salt Lake City and the airport. But at the same time, a place where people can get out and catch multiple times in a weekend if they want. Theater events, outdoor recreation activities, and through the Summer Citizens program, classes, special events, art classes, actual, USU instructor taught classes, all part of the program. And Jamie Andrus of the Cache Chamber of Commerce is now heading this up. This used to run out of the Utah Visitors Center, but Julie Hollis-Terrell, also a friend of the show, and Jamie Andrus talked a while ago, and they said, this actually makes more sense, to have this be a Chamber of Commerce thing, so that we can better connect the Summer Citizen program with local businesses and specials and even freebies and things like that. But Jamie and I were talking, and she said, one of the tragedies of the Summer Citizen program is that people, of the age group that would normally sign up, typically 65 and older, who live here in Cache Valley permanently, don't think this program is for them. But it is. And so I spoke with Jamie earlier about what exactly you get out of the Summer Citizens program and why even Cache Valley residents, 55 and older, should at least give it a look.
Let me start to tell you all the things that we give them. But what I want to say before I talk about how these wonderful people from the hot climate of Arizona come here, we want to let you know that we have extended this and opened it to any of Cache Valley residents that would love to be part of our program.
That's a big misconception, right? Is that it's only for out-of-towners here for the summer.
We've been talking about it from the beginning, but only 3 years. So we're working. We're trying to reach these folks that are here that would like to join with these summer citizens. And so let me tell you some of the things they get. Maybe that will entice our local folks to come and join us. But one of the things we do, first of all, is we get this great T-shirt. And this year is the 50th year that these people have been coming to Cache Valley. 50.
So
50.
A very unique collector's item this year.
It is really great. So we have some special hats, special shirts. But on this T-shirt, on the back of the T-shirt, is about 40 different businesses who have sponsored a T-shirt Tuesday. So the folks wearing the T-shirts can go to any of these businesses on any Tuesday all summer long and get one of the deals. And lots of times they're 2 for 1. There's all kinds of really fun things. Right there, you only have to use your T-shirt Tuesday 3 times. You've paid your $50, or maybe even only once.
Yeah, depending on what you buy.
Depends on what you get. So but it's so much more. So we had check-in last week. We had an orientation, which we just run down. We invite everybody who is a stakeholder in the program. So we had USU's program people. We had the Lyric. We had the Opera. We had the Center for the Arts. Of course, the Visitors Bureau does play a big role. And let me just say that the Visitors Bureau is sponsoring a big 50-year celebration for the summer citizens, which is coming up.
Okay.
But these people love this program so much that when we took it over, they wrote a vision statement, core values, a mission statement, a key message, and a driving force. They have a whole that they composed themselves, and it is fantastic. Really? You can see it on our website.
That's very cool.
They care so much about this program, and they really
I see this. Okay.
they consider Cache Valley their home. But I love in the core values optimism. We may view the glass as half full or half empty, but we're grateful that it will always have water.
At least some.
They have a sense of humor.
I love that perspective, actually, though.
We just love these folks so much, and they love coming here. And we just want to tell you that we are so excited about what's happening this summer with them. We've got so many fun events. So we had the orientation. We also have a merchant fair in connection with the orientation.
That's right.
So we have all the people come, tell them all the things that are going to happen. And then we had about 40 or 50 businesses welcoming them to the valley with, here's where we are, here's our specials, here's a little giveaway. Today we had a health fair for these folks down at the County Event Center.
Now, I heard there were a lot of people there.
Yeah. There are well, right now we have more than 600 registered with us.
Really?
As part of the program. And so we're inviting them. Next week we're having a special concert. They're having a dinner at Herm's on Sunday. They do a lecture on Sundays, Sunday Under the Trees on Old Main Hill. Next week is a Cowboy Rendezvous concert at La Plaza. And then we're going to have the next week a really big 50th celebration bash with bands and food trucks and all kinds of fun things. So we're having so many fun things for them to do. So if you're a senior and you're retired and you want to come and join us, come to the chamber or come to our website or give us a call and join the Summer Citizens. We'd love to have you.
I'll be honest with you, I would join for the USU classes alone.
Yeah.
People forget this is part of the Summer Citizens program, but this is, everything from actual, USU courses on, health issues and things like that. But I would go for this one. History of disasters and lessons learned. That's the kind of thing I watch on Netflix at like 11 at night when I can't sleep. But you can go to a class. But I'm really excited about this one. There is a course being offered called The History of the Big Band Era. And this is a fascinating period in music. Those are just two examples. There's a JFK assassination history course. There is poetry writing courses, design courses, oil and acrylics courses. And these, again, are all part of the Summer Citizens program. They run throughout the summer at various times of day. Cashchamber.com, you can click on the Summer Citizens program tab there, go to the 50th Anniversary Summer Citizens 2026 page, and see events, the BTEC classes, the USU classes. You can see the T-shirt if you want to see it.
Yes, you can.
And then everything else about the program, too. We should mention this quickly, and I'm not sure, is this new to the Chamber hosting this, or has this always happened? But there is a housing element of this, planning ahead for future Summer Citizens programs.
Yeah.
Is that your introduction to? I don't remember if that ever being a part of the program before. That's genius.
Well, it was a part of the program.
Was it? Okay.
But before the Chamber, we were limited. There's some housing, some on campus, but mostly the housing around. I mean, it just makes sense. Students leave for the summer.
Yeah.
They're empty apartments, and it's perfect. These Summer Citizens come in and rent them while they're gone. But we had to, a few years ago, find even more spaces. So we found some other different apartment complexes that will rent for the summer to these folks. But we help coordinate it, but we do not find their housing for them. They're responsible to do that, but
you
most
can help
of the
put them
time
in touch.
we keep a good listing of contacts and where to go, and then they do have kind of an open house in July where while they're here they can go and look and see all the options, and maybe they want to move to a different place next summer. Maybe they are scouting it out for their friends, family, people that come with them or come to visit them. We do have people drop in, come for a week, come for 2 weeks, get a feel for what Cache Valley's like, and then make a decision. They don't make a decision off the top of their head just quickly. They really need to plan it out and think ahead.
Makes sense.
So some of them are like, we're not coming this year, but next year we're coming, or our plan is to come in 2027, and we've already figured it out,
That makes sense.
So, but they're just great people. We have so many friends, and it's a joy. It's a joy for us to have them.
Yeah.
We really do. And know that most of them are just so excited to be here and kind and considerate and are lovely. So.
And as you mentioned, a huge part of our economy. They spend a lot of money. They eat out. They shop retail. They stay places. They rent. And this is all part of Cache Valley's draw. Basically, it pulls so many people here.
Yeah,
each summer.
and so many of them have started to use their health care. Our health care system here is much easier. They can get to the doctor easier. They can go to either 2 hospitals and various clinics. They might get their. Some people come here to have some surgeries, dental work. That's why we had the health fair today. And so we had a great room full of options for people to look at what they need when they're here.
That's very cool.
So every year we're trying to add a little something for them, a little something more. We're always trying to make the program better. That's our goal.
There's some fun stuff on this. Honestly,
it's going to make you want to do it, Jason.
It does,
you might as well sign up.
The Ogden Raptors game,
I know.
That's a fun one, too.
That's a new thing.
This is one, and this needs to be online some way. But they're on July 30th, a Summer Citizen Celebration and Talent Show. I'm excited to see that, honestly.
Most fun. If you want to come, I'll let you in.
Please do, because I heard stories from previous events, and so you had a few comedians.
Yes,
you had
stand-up,
professional pianists that just,
they're very good.
Yeah.
people who've had careers in the past.
Yeah.
We have a
Give 'em a
summer
chance to show
citizen
off.
who's in the Lyric, who's a member of the Lyric.
Oh, really?
Summer. Who's
In the shows.
Come From Away. She's
Oh,
going to be
really?
in Come From Away.
That is so cool.
And one of the biggest parts. Well, there are only big parts in Come From Away.
They're all big parts.
And the summer citizens go to all the shows.
Yeah.
They come for our rich theater as well as our beautiful mountains. We send them to Bear Lake for some excursions. They love the hiking. What's not to love?
Yeah.
We have the most beautiful valley in the state of Utah. So,
conversation here again with Jamie Andrus, as president and CEO of the Cache Chamber of Commerce, hoping to put to rest a common misconception about the Summer Citizen program, and that's that it is not for locals. It very much is. We've given you just a little taste of what's involved in being a part of this program, and you can still sign up, even though we are a ways into the summer at this point. Go to the Chamber website, cachechamber.com. While you're there, also check out their calendar, especially if you're a local business owner of any size. They have a lot of events coming up. We'll be talking with Jamie about those events specifically in a couple of weeks here on the show. So thanks again to Jamie Andrus, CEO and president of the Cache Chamber of Commerce, for her time. To our listeners, thank you for being here, and stick around. More of For the People right after this.
Cache Valley Cruises.
Every summer, there's one weekend in Cache Valley that just feels different. The rumble of classic engines, the smell of barbecue and funnel cakes, and crowds of people making summer memories together. The Cache Valley Cruise-In is back for its 44th year. Nearly 1,000 classic cars and custom builds roll into town for 3 days of nostalgia, horsepower, music, food, shopping, and fun. Thursday night, kick things off with a live concert featuring Cooper Allen and Ingrid Andrus. Buy tickets now at the Cache Valley Cruise-In website. Check out the massive Rat Fiend collection. Enjoy fun food, discover unique vendors and gifts, and don't miss the legendary parade cruising down Logan's Main Street. And one lucky attendee is driving home in a stunning 1965 Shelby Cobra replica. Every ticket purchase for the Cruise-In automatically enters you to win the car. The Cache Valley Cruise-In, July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Get tickets and details at the Cache Valley Cruise-In website.
Celebrate world-class majestic music and spectacular live theater with Utah Festival Opera and Musical Theater in Logan. From the revolutionary passion of the Broadway musical 1776 to the comic adventures of the Pirates of Penzance, the heartfelt and intimate The Last 5 Years, and the snappy wit of Scalia Ginsburg with Trial by Jury. Don't miss laughter, inspiration, and the power of live performance. Utah teachers and students get free tickets. UtahFestival.org. That's UtahFestival.org.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
I'm Larry Gelwicks, the Getaway Guru. Join me on The Travel Show every Saturday at 11 a.m., and I'll tell you where to go and how to get there with the best travel deals on the planet, including how to travel more and pay less, free this and free that promotions, and insider secrets on what the airlines, cruise lines, and hotels don't want you to know, along with your call-in travel questions every Saturday, 11 a.m., right here on News Talk 610 KVNU.
Welcome back to KVNU's For the People. Coming up, audio from the House floor earlier today as Congressman Blake Moore paid tribute to 3 firefighters killed battling a blaze in the Utah-Colorado border last week. 3 killed, 2 seriously injured and hospitalized. As I understand it, those 2 are still hospitalized, but improving. And Congressman Moore took some personal time on the House floor today, floor of Congress, to speak to these tragic events, but also to pay tribute to firefighters and what they put on the line. We'll get to that audio, Congressman Moore's remarks on the House floor today after the news at the bottom of the hour. Before we get to that, some good news. U.S. death rate fell just over 4% between 2024 and 2025, 4.6 to be exact. Some bad news, heart disease and cancer, which had started to slip as the top causes of death for Americans, back on top. Heart disease and cancer were the two top causes of death in the United States in 2025, and they actually increased above where they were in 2024. So, again, good news. Overall death rate fell 4.6%. Death rates fell for both men and women. Men still had the higher death rate. But if you adjust for demographics, it kind of makes sense. Or, excuse me, if you adjust for demographics, it's actually the opposite of what you would expect, just per capita, if you will. And again, officials believe, looking at this Vital Statistics Rapid Release Report, which came out today, that increases in heart disease and cancer are entirely attributable to death rates, increases in death rates for both men and women over the last 10, 15 years. But again, they'd been slipping from the top two spots occasionally. 2023, I think heart disease actually fell out of the number one spot. And I don't remember which year it was before then, but it was 5 or 6 years before that. But now we're seeing them back at the top, heart disease and cancer again, and at a higher rate than they were in 2024. So the full list, if you're curious, I've linked to it on our Facebook page, including the full report. But here's the ranking. Top 10 causes of death for both men and women in the United States in 2025. Heart disease, number 1. Cancer, number 2. Unintentional injuries, number 3. Stroke was number 4. Chronic lower respiratory diseases, number 5. Alzheimer's disease, number 6. Diabetes, number 7. Influenza and pneumonia as a result of influenza, number 8. Get your flu vaccinations. And kidney disease, number 9. Number 10 cause of death in the United States in 2025, chronic liver disease and cirrhosis. The report goes into a lot more. Who died demographically? Who had the age-adjusted and race-adjusted death rates and things like that. I'll give you an example of how that differs. Death rate actually went down for everyone else, increased for American Indian and Alaska Natives. No guess as to what might be behind that, although the experts probably have some theories. And then also a full-on trajectory, a trend trajectory visualization. All of that in the report. Again, this is the annual Vital Statistics Rapid Release Report, and it collects death statistics from all over the United States each year. Again, showing this year that good news, U.S. death rate fell 4.6%. 4.6% fewer people died in 2025 than in 2024, which was a record low, by the way. And bad news, heart disease and cancer crept back up into the number 1 and number 2 spots for causes of death for Americans. Check it out. I've linked to it on our Facebook page. On the other side, audio of Congressman Blake Moore's personal privilege time on the House floor today. He took some time to recognize 3 firefighters killed battling a blaze on the Utah-Colorado border last week. But he also spoke about what these men and women put on the line each and every time they go out to battle a fire. We've got that audio for you. Comments from Congressman Blake Moore on the House floor earlier today, right after this. Look at the news with KVN News. We'll feel right.
Well, thank you, Jason. A 21-year-old former Hill Air Force Base service member was sentenced yesterday to 4 months in jail and 4 years of probation for sexually abusing a Logan woman. Kevin Jew was taken into custody in Logan's 1st District Court yesterday after previously pleading guilty to an amended second-degree felony count of forcible sexual abuse. Now, the victim had met Jew on a dating app called Hinge before he sexually assaulted her at her residence following an August party last year. Now, at the sentencing yesterday, the victim described her trauma as being unimaginable, while Jew told the court that he deeply regretted his actions. Now, defense attorney Suzanne Gustin also noted that Jew had lost his military career after being arrested. Now, Judge Angela Fonsbeck also ordered Jew to register as a sex offender for 10 years, complete sex offender therapy, and have no contact with the victim. Well, another fire news, the Babylon fire, which is burning near Blanding, has reportedly exploded to now over 70,000 acres and remains at 0% containment, according to the U.S. Forest Service. Now, it has destroyed 4 structures. The blaze grew rapidly from 48,000 acres on Tuesday. Now, a red flag warning was in effect yesterday due to dry fuels, low humidity, and wind gusts that were clocked at over 20 miles an hour. Now, Manti-La-Sal National Forest officials say they expect that these conditions will continue to increase fire activity. Now, crews are using direct extinguishment strategies on the southern perimeter of the fire, constructing fire lines directly along the fire's edge. Firefighters are also trying to work to limit the fire's spread along the western perimeter by utilizing areas of reduced vegetation. And finally, a bizarre story out of South Salt Lake where a 32-year-old man was arrested after police say he admitted to moving a deceased body during an unattended death investigation. Now, Braden Metzger faces charges of abuse or desecration of a dead human body and also obstruction of justice. Now, South Salt Lake police say they encountered Metzger while responding to a reported death. Now, while inside a patrol vehicle, Metzger reportedly made spontaneous statements confessing that he had moved the body after a woman had asked him to do so. Now, he told officers that woman then fled the area. Now, court records indicate that Metzger has a history of prior felony charges that were dismissed without prejudice after he was found mentally incompetent to stand trial. Now, authorities have not released any further details regarding the identity of the deceased or the cause of death. Well, hot temperatures continuing through the rest of the weekend into the 4th of July weekend, as we're going to see mostly clear skies tonight as temperatures will drop to around 52 overnight. Tomorrow, looks like we'll see temperatures right about where we were today in the high 80s, but then even warmer weather coming for the 4th of July and into next week as temperatures Saturday, Sunday going to be in the mid-90s, and we'll stay in the mid-90s for the first of next week. And right now, it does not look like we have a chance of any precipitation through the next 7 days. And weather here at the bottom of the hour is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. They have everything you need to keep your car running during these hot summer days, like batteries, headlights, wiper blades, all in stock and on sale now at your locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They have 5 locations from Preston to Providence. It's Napa Auto Parts. And I'm Will Feelwright for KVNU News.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. A dangerous heat wave blanketing more than 24 states. ABC meteorologist Melissa Griffin.
These extreme heat warnings stretch all the way to Kansas City, Missouri, right down into the Gulf Coast as well. It's not just today. Again, tomorrow, we're dealing with the same heat, feeling nearly 110 degrees up and down the I-95 corridor, all the way down to the Gulf Coast. It still feels like 102 in Indianapolis, 101 in Chicago.
And the sweltering heat as Americans hit the road and skies today, expected to have been the busiest day of the Independence Day holiday for travel. The June jobs report showing just 57,000 jobs were added. That's half of what was expected. But stocks were higher, investors thinking lower employment could lead to an interest rate cut. A review of his financial report shows that across President Trump's first year back at the White House, his investment advisors made more than 21,000 security trades, amassing sizable holdings in companies that are directly involved with deals tied to the administration. This is ABC News.
My friend John Hansen at the Duct Hunter has constantly educated you about the need for ductwork cleaning in your home. But what about your cabin or summer home outside the valley? You need that home's ductwork clean too. With high pollen counts in the mountains, dust always in the wind, and road construction ever present, the old adage of out of sight, out of mind is bad. Give the Duct Hunter a call at 770-4813 to clean out those dirty ducts in your summer home.
We are the Duct Hunter. Breathe better, save money, protect your home.
Hi, this is Chris Wilson of Wilson Motor Company. Save big during our 83rd anniversary sale, our biggest sales event of the year. We have reduced prices on over 330 Ford, Nissan, and pre-owned vehicles. Check out our inventory online at wilsonmotor.com or drop in for a test drive at one of our 2 great locations, 328 North Main or our pre-owned superstore next to the Olive Garden, and talk with one of our friendly, qualified staff to help you find the right vehicle for you.
Wilson Motor Company. We make hard buying easy.
Discover the comfort of outdoor living this year with a project by Canyon Landscaping. Fresh seasonal planting beds, a custom paver patio perfect for barbecues, and subtle landscape lighting to keep the party going long after sunset, or a place to relax after a long day. Every project is designed around how you live. Professionally installed, on budget and on time. Ready to create the perfect outdoor space? Visit canyonlandscaping.com to view the gallery. Canyon Landscaping. Look for the leaf.
Got metal? Turn it into cash fast. At Valley Recycling, we pay cash on the spot for aluminum, copper, steel, any metal you've got. Old appliances, scrap from a job site, cans you've collected. If it's metal, we're buying. No hassle, no waiting. Just pull up, drop off, and get cash. So clean up the garage, yard, barn, or shed and bring us your scrap metal. We're Valley Recycling at 145 North 10th West in Logan and valleyrecycling.com.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance, reminding you that when you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
Welcome back to KVN News for the People. Last week, you've heard tragedy. 3 firefighters killed fighting what was dubbed the Knowles and Gore wildfires. These were a set of fires burning near each other on the Utah-Colorado border. Later last week, authorities identified the 3 firefighters killed as 38-year-old Emily Barker, 27-year-old Nick Hutcherson, and 26-year-old Sydney Watson, all 3 killed in the fires. 2 others seriously injured and hospitalized with burn injuries. Officials say both are still hospitalized but in stable condition. And, of course, this served last week as, impetus for Governor Cox saying, all right, our firefighting resources and men and women fighting these fires are already stretched thin. We just had 3 killed, 2 seriously injured. We have 40 crews at the time, maybe more now, fighting the fire outside of Beaver, Utah. We've had, grass fires have kept city and county crews here busy in Cache Valley over the last several weeks. Governor Cox finally last week saying, I know we don't like it, not the year for fireworks. So fireworks here in Cache Valley pretty much banned throughout the valley, other than there are certain locations within Hiram City and Wellsville where you can set them off. You can see maps on the city website. Outside of that, $1,000 fine. Depending on the situation, if extreme negligence is determined, jail time, and responsibility for firefighting costs. Yes, you will be sent a bill if you start a fire with fireworks. In Hiram, fireworks will be allowed only on Saturday. Wellsville, as I understand it, is a bit more open-ended, but a little more strict on in between which streets you can set those off. And Wellsville also saying no group fireworks at open city property, including the town hall, city center area. So they're not just being jerks. It's pretty serious. It's really dry out there. This was, all part of a statewide discussion last week, and unfortunately, it did, to some extent, sort of overshadow the deaths of these firefighters. While at the same time, their deaths were kind of a triggering event for the governor's executive order. It did overshadow their deaths because the online reaction, at least, was very knee-jerk and childish. Firefighters got death threats in the South Ogden Fire District. Come on, people. Because you can't light your fireworks. And these were adults calling, too. I heard some of the audio. Anyway, so that brings us up to the recognition on the House floor yesterday by Congressman Blake Moore. During regular House floor business, Congressman Blake Moore asked for a personal privilege, which is a way to say, I'd like to take some time from everyone here to talk about something that is germane to me and my state, but that everyone here in attendance might appreciate. And here's what Congressman Moore had to say.
Mr. Speaker, today I rise to honor the 3 fallen firefighters who tragically died this past weekend while fighting fires in Utah. Emily Barker, Nick Hutcherson, and Sydney Watson died during an interagency response to the Knowles and Gore fire, which are among several fires burning in our state right now. I'm praying for their families and those close to the impacted areas. Their sacrifice will not be forgotten. I'm grateful to the many first responders working tirelessly to protect us, brave men and women from across the state, on the front lines fighting for our communities, and we can never adequately thank them for their service. In Utah and across the country, we are seeing devastating wildfires tear through forests and homes. Nearly 2,000 personnel are actively fighting these fires spanning over 250,000 acres. Too many deadly wildfires are due to unpreparedness and mismanagement of forests, and I was an original co-sponsor of the Fix Our Forests Act and was proud that it was one of the first bills that we passed in the House this Congress. The Fix Our Forests Act will increase coordination so wildfire agencies can better prepare for fire season and prevent these catastrophic wildfires. It's time that the Senate finish the job and send this bill to the President's desk. As this weekend has shown, Utah cannot wait any longer. I'm also working on new legislation to better prevent, detect, and mitigate wildfires. We need better coordination and more support for those putting their lives on the line to protect us. And this legislation is a step in the right direction. What's happening across my state is devastating, and I pray that the fires will soon be contained for the safety of our first responders. And with that, I yield back the remainder of my time.
Gentleman's time has expired. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from North Carolina seek recognition?
Again, that was Congressman Blake Moore speaking on the House floor. I said yesterday, that was actually Monday, sorry. Recognizing the 3 firefighters killed fighting the fires along the Utah-Colorado border last week. And Congressman Blake Moore again saying that, this is another reminder, the number of these fires that are being fought in Utah, the severity of the fires when they do get burning. Congressman Moore taking that opportunity to, while recognizing these deaths and these individuals who gave their lives trying to keep the rest of us safe, saying Congress needs to get its act together. This is going to require funding. This is going to require a prioritized approach, but it is something that Congress has kicked the can 20 years now. Not just in the funding for forest management lacking, and that's a pretty bipartisan thing. When Democrats have been in charge, they haven't been in a rush to fix that either. And just overall management strategies as well. States have been scrambling and doing a decent job with the resources they have, but the issue is this is an Intermountain West issue. This isn't just a Utah issue or just an Idaho issue or just a Colorado issue. This is an Intermountain West issue, and Congressman Moore is right. It's going to take some federal coordination to get this right, and it is long overdue, in my opinion, as well. So I appreciate Congressman Moore taking the time to do that. People have asked since he did this, if he's spoken with the families of the firefighters. His office hasn't responded directly to some of those questions, but I can answer a bit on his office's behalf. At least one of the families, the family of 27-year-old Nick Hutcherson, has asked that they kind of be left alone to grieve the death of their son. and husband. He leaves behind a wife. I don't think any children. But, yeah, the families have said, please don't be asking us to weigh in on congressional funding for fighting fires and things like that. So it's a sad moment. But, again, the trio of firefighters killed fighting the fire along the Utah-Colorado border known as the Knowles and Gore wildfires, 38-year-old Emily Barker, 27-year-old Nick Hutcherson, and 26-year-old Sydney Watson. All three recognized on the House floor this week by Congressman Blake Moore, saying their sacrifice will not be forgotten, and I'm grateful to the many first responders working tirelessly to protect us, brave men and women from across the state on the front lines, fighting for our communities, and we can never adequately thank them for their service in Utah and across the country. So I know one way we can pay respect to firefighters: don't start any fires. We'll be back with more of KVNU's For the People right after this.
News Talk 610 AM, 102.1 FM, KVNU.
Who do you turn to if you want to change out your wood or pellet stove? Advanced Fireplace and Stove. They were voted the gold medalist for Best of Northern Utah for the 6th year in a row in the fireplace retrofit category. Be ready when the government's next wood and pellet replacement incentives pop up. Advanced Fireplace and Stove can help you navigate the paperwork. For more information, call Advanced Fireplace and Stove, the 6-time Best of Northern Utah gold medalist. 752-7272. Online at advancedfireplaceandstove.com.
Northern Utah, this is attorney Jace Allen, and thank you for voting the Allies Law Firm gold winner in 5 categories of the Best of Northern Utah, including estate planning, family law, criminal defense, personal injury, and best law firm overall. Whether you need help protecting your family, navigating divorce, defending your rights, or pursuing justice after an injury, our team is here to help. From all of us at the Allies Law Firm, thank you for your support and your vote. The Allies Law Firm. We plan, we fight, you win.
How do you pick where to buy tires? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Ask your dog? Yeah, don't do that. Go where people know tires. Discount Tire in Logan, Providence, and Smithfield. They've got the brands you trust, plus brands to save you money, like Nixon, Summit, and Cascade. And a team that's fair, honest, and won't accidentally upsell you a gold-plated valve stem. Summer road trips are coming, and bald tires in July? That's basically a slip and slide with your in-laws in the back seat. Discount Tire. Online at webtires.net.
Tire store.
As America celebrates 250 years of freedom, courage, and opportunity, we invite you to celebrate with your friends, your family, and your community. Join this radio station July 3rd and 4th at 10 p.m. for inspiring patriotic music and heartfelt messages as we provide the soundtrack to the fireworks from Logan's Willow Park and the celebrations in Hiram and Lewiston. It's a tribute to the country we love and the generations who've kept that American dream alive. Our thanks to these proud sponsors. Schreiber Foods. America is built by people who show up and make a difference. Join the employee owners at Schreiber Foods and build a career you're proud of. Go to schreiberfoods.com/careers. Daryl's Appliance, the place for new appliances. From everyday workhorses like Maytag and GE to high-end lines like Wolf and Sub-Zero. Daryl's Appliance, Westone Airport Road. This July 3rd and 4th, 10 p.m. Gather under the stars, look toward the sky, and celebrate 250 years of America. A story we're still writing together. Happy birthday, America.
All right, dads, let's test your knowledge. Ready? What is this sound? Some of the more experienced parents recognize it as the sound a young teenager makes when he's done something he regrets. Listen. Kind of a sad sound, isn't it? But if you recognized it, then you know exactly what to do. Listen, because that's when together you can both figure out how not to make the same mistake again.
This message from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Do you know a champion in our community? Nominate them for the KVNU Above and Beyond Salute. Every Friday morning at 8:30, we'll spotlight a firefighter, law enforcement officer, healthcare worker, or other deserving individual and give them a $40 gift card to Firehouse Subs. Submit your nominations for the Above and Beyond Salute by visiting kvnutalk.com. Help us recognize the champions in our communities. The Above and Beyond Salute, sponsored by Firehouse Subs on News Talk KVNU, the voice of Northern Utah.
A reminder, this is our final show of the week. We will be off tomorrow. Special holiday programming in our place. And as you've heard some of the announcements during our breaks, the Cache Valley Radio Group will be out and about at providing patriotic music at some of the locations for fireworks shows throughout the valley tomorrow night and on Saturday. The professional shows continue, even though the personal fireworks have been banned out of respect for firefighters and in the interest of starting more fires for firefighters to go risk their lives fighting. Take advantage of one of these professional city shows. They're big, they're loud, they're long usually, and Logan City, for example, is playing 3 different watch locations, including the amphitheater up on campus, which is, I'm really tempted to go check that out. That would be a really nice view of the Logan fireworks. So, and Hiram City doing their traditional big fireworks show Saturday evening as well. So, more on that at CacheValleyDaily.com if you want to see that full schedule of fireworks shows. You can see one in Lewiston as well. Leave everyone with well, first off, on Monday's show, we'll get right back into the serious stuff with Brigham seniors. Brigham City seniors who no longer drive are saying they are finding it impossible to get anywhere. Brigham City does have UTA access bus service, but of course it's pretty limited, and connecting to Cache Valley is a pretty rare thing or difficult thing to do as well. So they are saying the city, the county, and the state need to do more for seniors to help them get around, public transit-wise. We'll talk about that on Monday's show. Leave everyone here with a cool, fun little bit of 4th of July trivia. Did you know that in Denmark, on the 4th of July every year, a group of Danes celebrate the 4th of July? It's called the Rebuild Festival, which means something different in Danish. It's Rebild, and it is celebrated on July 4th. It stems from so in the 19th century, thousands and thousands of Danes immigrated to the United States and established homes here. But a group of these immigrants said they wanted to honor their new home in their old home. And they purchased, though they had made their homes here in the U.S., they purchased 140 acres of land in Denmark and then donated it to the town. But with a condition. The condition was that the land could never be fully developed. It could be used for anything they wanted, but couldn't be fully developed because once a year, on July 4th, it would be used to celebrate American holidays, specifically Independence Day. This has taken place in Denmark since 1912, and it has become very popular. In fact, it's been common for sitting U.S. presidents to actually send an official greeting, written or video or otherwise. And American celebrities have also, diplomats even, have made occasion to attend when convenient and possible. So it's still expected to take place this year, and it is the largest 4th of July celebration anywhere outside of the United States. Again, it's called the Rebuild Festival, spelled differently because that is a word that means something else in Danish. Rebild, if you want to look that up. And it's a pretty cool event, actually. You can go back. I'll link to some of this on our Facebook page if you want this evening or over the weekend to check it out. But there are YouTube clips of some pretty well-known U.S. officials, elected and celebrities, who made their way over to this festival to recognize the one place outside of the United States where the 4th of July is celebrated. So check it out. Some great photos and, again, video clips I've posted on our Facebook page of the festival that happens every year in Denmark. And that's our show for today, our final show of the week. We'll be back Monday with more. Stick around. Dave Ramsey wrapping up the evening here on KVNU Logan.